Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you're just starting to improvise guitar solos, or maybe you've been trying to improvise for a long time and just not satisfied with the results, you are in the right place. Maybe you never thought about it this way, but what if we play a phrase or a small group of notes over each chord and within the pentatonic scale, and then we connect those ideas together? That is a great way to have structure in what you're doing and kind of stay at home base and have a lot of confidence that way. I really do believe playing a small set of notes really well is so much better than playing a lot of notes badly. All right, let's look over the chords we're going to be using for these examples today. We have an E chord, C sharp minor, A, back to E, and then we'll turn around with a B. All these chords are in the key of E major, so we are really going to focus on the E major pentatonic. This is such a great scale for structure, and I just like the way it sounds over this kind of slow track here. I will leave a link in the description for this awesome backing track because I love this slow groove here. It will help us kind of focus on some small phrases within this pentatonic scale. So E major pentatonic, I like to focus on it this way here with the pinky for the root note here in the 12th fret. So we're going to use the scale for structure here. It's so important just to know where home base is, but these root notes, since this is in the key of E, we need to know where those are. We have the 12th fret there. We also in the 9th fret of the G string and the 12th fret for this octave too. That's just all within this pentatonic scale. We're going to venture out a little ways from here, but this is home base for the lesson today. We can definitely use this E major pentatonic to solo over this whole thing, but that can get really boring and it just doesn't sound musical a lot of times. So let's look at the notes in these chords real quick. So the E chord contains an E, G sharp, and B. C sharp minor is the C sharp note, E, G sharp, and then the A chord has an A, C sharp, E, and then that turnaround chord B, it contains a B, D sharp, and F sharp. So I kind of chose those little voicings so you're kind of within home base here of this pentatonic scale. Check this out. If we play a small phrase over each chord and then start connecting those ideas is a great place to start improvising. So if we stay in the center portion of this scale, we can come up with some small phrases over each chord. Check this out. Those simple ideas just flow together if you just take some time and just think about the chord just a little bit. And I know it can be confusing, but if you start soloing and improvising this way, it's going to stay with you forever because you want to hear those chord tones in the notes you play. So this E major pentatonic is obviously all over the neck, and I'm going to leave a link in the description for the pentatonic positions, the E major pentatonic all over the neck. But if we start low and work up in the same way we just talked about, this is what happens. simple ideas over that. I chose this slow track again just to be able to show some ideas, because once you have that sound in your head that you want to hear, you will come up with these phrases yourself for sure. This is such a great way to start improvising because you sound melodic, you are confident in the notes you're playing, and you have structure with this E major pentatonic for these examples. To recap, we need to know those chords, the notes in the chords, and what scale works over those chords. In this case, we're using that E major pentatonic, but I use that scale for structure so I can, have a place to give me confidence when I go to solo. And as you get better at improvising, you need to implement those notes that are in the chords. You don't need to do it on every chord, but you pick and choose what you're comfortable with, but really work at it with those triads up and down the fretboard, the major pentatonic up and down the fretboard, and slowly memorizing these notes on the neck, or at least groups of them, so you have confidence. I know, guys, this takes a lot of work, and I still work at this stuff every day because it takes a lot of forethought to be a good improviser. Playing from the heart, having a plan, and just really let out what's inside you. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Hopefully you got something from the lesson that you'll keep with you for your guitar journey. See you on the next one.